A good friend of mine who heads HR in a traditional family run business setup with about 100 crores of turnover and about 400 to 500 blue and white collar workers recently called me and said, Akash, how can I get my people to do more or beyond their normal routines? Now, hang on a second. Don't we all have the same challenge? Among the numerous priorities, tasks, and goals that we have on hand, getting our people to do something beyond is like trying to burn candles at both ends, very difficult. And don't forget the many dashboards, the reports, the scoreboards, and the meetings that we all have to comply with. More time is spent on reporting and tracking than doing the actual work. Crazy, right? So today, by the end of this video, my friends, we are going to learn a very simple, I'm telling you, it's a very simple but yet an effective technique to achieve what we want, either in a personal, team, or an organizational setting. Let's get rolling. So remember my friend I was talking to you about at the beginning of the video, along with some coffee, felt pens and some single side sheets, we started writing down the actual challenge. Now while we did that, we realized that it is not that the team wouldn't do, but rather they would do it as a duty, they would do it as instruction from their manager or as another task at hand. Now that was the real problem. The thought process was the real problem. When we do things that lack intent, motivation, or purpose, the results are just ordinary and incremental. But when we do things with intent, with purpose, and with meaning, the results are extraordinary and exponential. Suddenly, the whole journey becomes so fulfilling and interesting as well. It also fosters innovation and collaboration, which is absolutely essential for growth and development, be it personal, team, or in an organizational setting. So, with a little more of coffee and my continuous use of these single side sheets, I suggested him a certain approach. This is called as the 16 weeks challenge. I have implemented it at Relativity, and this is what I'm also going to talk to you today. Well, no harm in trying new ideas, right? So these are the next steps. First, get your people into a room with lots of single side sheets and felt pens. Second, give them the context, why we are doing this exercise, where we want to go because of this exercise, and how this exercise is going to be conducted. The third is to set the constraints. Constraints work just like a cricket pitch. You need to set the constraints right to get the appropriate results. Now, in the beginning, the only constraints that I set for my team was that the tasks that they will write for this particular exercise shouldn't be their regular or routine tasks. And the second is that they should not have any dependency on external teams. The next is to actually ask them to start writing one task per week. So at the end of the day, you are going to get about 16 tasks. Sometimes you may get more. You can obviously ask your team to prioritize. In the first iteration, I did not validate, or I did not involve in the writing down of tasks, because obviously I wanted the team to have as little friction as possible, and I wanted them to own up to what they had decided. And the fifth is a cadence of responsibility, a system of encouragement that you can achieve by having an achievers meet about 20 to 25 minutes every week. This has to be a regular affair for the next 16 weeks. Each team member should present what they have done in the previous week, what they have achieved rather, and what is their plan for the next week. So this sets the whole cycle of responsibility and motivation. That's it. It's that simple. Yes, absolutely no management jargons, no additional KRAs, KPIs, WPAs, WARs, Nothing of that sort, right? So this is a combination of one meeting, a couple of felt pens and lots of single side sheets. That's all. It's as simple as I'm telling you. And I want you to implement it. I want you to feel the success through this. So my team at Relativity have done a basic template about whatever I have spoken, and it's available in the description below so that you can download and use it just like that. Now, I'm not saying that KRAs and KPIs won't work. They absolutely do, and they are fantastic ways to get results. But in a team setting, you want something which is simpler, which is effective, and which is quick to implement. And that is what the 16-week challenge is all about. Yes, maybe in those 16 weeks, we may not be able to move mountains, but at least there is some greater good that we can certainly do with this particular approach. 3 sprints, one sprint is a 16-week set. Like this in a year can certainly lead to an exponential change and a sense of achievement within your HR team. Don't you think? Hey, so this need not always be in a team setting. You can also apply this in an individual setting. The only significant difference would be in a team setting, your tasks are aligned to the priorities, and these priorities are defined by your manager or by your organization. But in an individual setting, you have to define the priorities and then align the tasks to those priorities, right? A quick 16-week challenge for an individual will look like this. If your goal is career advancement, your priorities will be to establish trust with current leadership team, to learn new skills qualifying you to become head of HR in the current organization, and to grow my professional network and brand. Your first 16-week challenge, you could focus on the first priority and break it down into 16 tasks you need to do. The first week could be to undertake research on futuristic HR practices to support organizational growth. Second week could be to do SWOT analysis and discuss with my leader, and the third week could be a presentation on people cost analysis. Let me warn you, most of the times your presentations and reports will get archived, but that shouldn't stop you, because ultimately at the end of the day, your priority is to achieve the trust of your leadership team, which you will definitely do over the 16-week challenge. So do this for the second as well as your third priority, and I guarantee you that over 3 sprints, one sprint is a 16-week challenge, so 16 into 3 sprints, you would have certainly advanced in your career, or at least you are next in line for growth. So guys, stop thinking and start doing. After all, some change is better than none, isn't it? So my friends, we live only once, and let's make the best use of it. For us, for our families, for our friends, and for those who believe in us, who believe in our abilities, and who believe in our leadership. And that's the whole reason why I'm also doing these videos, to share what has worked, to share what I know, what I don't know, what has not worked for me, and how we can all contribute for a better society. And I'm sure there is at least one takeaway that you have of this video. If you do so, please do share it with your friends, families, colleagues, whoever you want. I will be very, very thankful to you. And also do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Friends, my name is Akash. I am the host of this channel, Relativity Knowledge Series. Signing off today. Tata, bye-bye, and see you in the next one.